Hi, welcome to Derry. Okay, that was like incredibly cheesy, but have you been watching the new prequel show? It takes place in the universe of the two new movies, and I honestly am quite surprised by how much I like the show so far. And I kind of want to talk about it with you for a little bit. So without much further ado, say goodbye to a Pennywise-free life and say hello to Derry. So this entire video will have spoilers for the first 2 episodes of Welcome to Derry. So be warned, if you aren't caught up with those first 2 episodes of Welcome to Derry, I will be spoiling things that happen in those episodes. I really won't be touching on anything that happened in episode 3. So it's just those first 2 episodes. So if you were like me from the trailers, I was concerned that this was simply going to be the prequel. That was literally just a story from the books and set in the 50s, not the 80s. Well, to be honest with you, I could not be any more wrong at all. I was so off. Simply put, this show took the story of it and is expanding and opening the world up to a whole new set of characters and opening the mythology in such an interesting and kind of scary way that I really wasn't prepared for. So in the first episode, we are introduced to Matty Clements, who is a boy that is running away from Derry, except he's picked up by a family that turns out to be Pennywise in one of his many forms. And at least we think he was killed. We don't know that for sure, but that's pretty certain. We are introduced to Teddy, Phil, Lily, Ronnie, and Phil's sister Susie. These all seem like the Losers Club redo, especially Teddy and Phil. But at the end of the first episode, that really doesn't matter all that much, because everyone except for Lily and Ronnie are the only 2 that survived the first episode. Because after going into the movie theater to screen a movie that they think might have something to do with Maddie's disappearance, a version of Pennywise jumps out of the screen with wings and what looks like a baby's body, and then kills everyone else except those 2 characters in a rather horrifying scene. That is the biggest thing that I was surprised by. I thought this entire show was going to be about those kids fighting the other iterations of Pennywise, not the clown, but showing more of the way Pennywise kind of can transform and shapeshift. But honestly, this show is more of a military town drama mixed with Pennywise Derry story mixed in with that. Because our other main characters are both Dick Halloran, we'll get to that in a second, and Leroy, who are both trying to find a thing in the ground that they believe will help them stop the Cold War before it even happens. They are basically trying to find Pennywise. It's honestly a really cool direction, and I'm really, really excited about where this all goes, to be completely honest with you. Because I'm really interested to see how they continue on, especially with Dick Halloran and his story, and how they kind of amp his character up to what we see in The Shining. Especially because now we're kind of seeing they're starting to use The Shining, and kind of that's how he's finding these items for the military. It makes me wonder if a Stephen King show that is a few seasons long but focuses on one book at a time, where the only crossover between the seasons are the pre-existing connections that already exist in the show, or in the books, I guess I should say. Like Dick Halloran being in it, and then into The Shining and things like that, for example. I don't know. It could be pretty fun, I think, but it will never happen. Stephen King's works are always so expansive that I think a television show works better than most movies really do, to be honest with you. And we need a Dark Tower show that plays its dues, it really gives it its all, not a movie. The Dark Tower series doesn't work as a movie, it needs to be a show, but that's just a different video for a whole different time. So with that, I want to ask you, what do you think about the new Welcome to Derry show? Do you like it? Is it not good? Do you love it? What do you think about it? Do you think it does the book any justice by exploring new parts of the book that the movies didn't really get a chance to do? Or is it the opposite? Does it just make things more complicated and kind of hamper the original movies? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd really appreciate that. And check out all our socials. It's at MediaByteCo on TikTok and at MediaByteCompany on Instagram. And it's at MediaByte on Blue Sky and then Threads and everything else. Check out the Patreon and the weekly streams on Saturdays or Sundays normally. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.